Focus on yourself, not others, because your body is quietly responding to everything you do, especially after you eat. Have you ever finished a meal and then felt heavy, sleepy, or slightly uncomfortable? Maybe your stomach feels tight, your energy drops, or you find yourself needing the bathroom more often later. These are not random feelings, they are signals. And what you do in the next 10-15 minutes after eating can gently support your digestion, your bladder, and even your overall confidence. Let's explore how one simple habit after meals, especially meals with carbs, can help your body feel lighter, calmer, and more in control. After eating foods rich in carbohydrates like rice, bread, or sweets, many people begin to notice a quiet but uncomfortable shift in their body. At first, it may feel like a small drop in energy, almost like a gentle wave of tiredness washing over you. Then comes that familiar heaviness in the stomach, a slight tightness that makes you want to loosen your clothing or lean back in your chair. You might even feel your eyes getting heavy, your body slowing down, as if it's asking for rest right after you've eaten. This happens because your body is working hard to manage the sudden rise in blood sugar, while also trying to digest the food efficiently. For seniors, this process can feel even more intense because the body's systems naturally slow down with age. You may find yourself thinking, why do I feel this way after every meal? Or, why does my body not feel as light as it used to? These are very real, very common experiences. When the body remains still after eating, that heavy feeling tends to stay longer, almost settling into the stomach and lower abdomen. Over time, this can affect your comfort, your mood, and even your willingness to stay active. But when you begin to understand that this is simply your body asking for a little help, not signaling something wrong, it opens the door to small, supportive actions that can gently guide your system back into balance and ease. There is something quietly powerful about the simple act of standing up and taking a few gentle steps after a meal. It may seem too easy to make a difference, but for many people, it becomes a turning point in how their body feels day after day. Imagine finishing your meal and instead of settling into the sofa, you slowly walk around your home, your body moving in a relaxed and natural rhythm. With each step, your digestive system begins to wake up, almost as if it's being guided along. That tight, bloated feeling starts to soften, and your stomach no longer feels as heavy or restricted. Blood sugar levels begin to stabilize more gently, helping you avoid that sudden crash that leaves you feeling drained. You may even notice your mind becoming clearer, your breathing more relaxed, and your body more at ease. For someone who has struggled with post-meal discomfort, this small habit can feel like a quiet relief, a moment where the body and mind begin to cooperate again. It's not about speed or effort, but about consistency and care. Even 10 to 15 minutes of slow walking can create a noticeable shift, especially over time. When this becomes part of your daily rhythm, it no longer feels like an effort, it becomes a natural extension of how you support your body, helping it feel lighter, calmer, and more comfortable after every meal. As digestion begins to improve with gentle movement after meals, something deeper inside the body also starts to feel relief, especially the bladder. Many people don't realize how closely the stomach and bladder sit together, quietly affecting one another. When the stomach feels too full or digestion slows down, it can create a kind of pressure that presses against the bladder, leading to that familiar urge to urinate more often than usual. You may have experienced those moments after a heavy meal where you find yourself going to the bathroom again and again, wondering why it keeps happening. It can feel frustrating, even a little uncomfortable to talk about, especially when it interrupts your daily routine or your sleep at night. But when you begin to move gently after eating, that pressure starts to ease. The digestive system begins to flow more naturally, and the bladder no longer feels as crowded or irritated. Slowly, the urgency reduces, and your body begins to feel calmer, more in control, as if the internal tension is finally being released in a quiet, natural way. There is another layer to this simple habit that many people don't immediately notice, yet it plays a powerful role in how the body feels: circulation. After eating, especially when sitting still for long periods, blood flow can become sluggish, leaving you feeling heavy, tired, and low in energy. You might recognize that feeling of wanting to lie down, your body almost pulling you towards stillness, while your mind feels slightly foggy. Over time, this can affect not only your daily energy, but also your confidence and overall sense of well-being. When you introduce gentle movement after meals, even something as simple as a slow walk, your circulation begins to improve. Blood starts to move more freely throughout your body, carrying oxygen and nutrients where they are needed most. This can create a subtle but meaningful shift. Your energy feels more stable, your body feels lighter, and there is a quiet sense of awakening inside you. Even areas of the body that rely on healthy blood flow, including those connected to intimacy and personal confidence, begin to benefit, allowing you to feel more connected, more alive, and more comfortable within yourself. As the day comes to an end, many people begin to notice a quiet discomfort settling into their body, especially after dinner. The stomach may feel heavy, slightly tight, and there's often a sense of restlessness that follows into the night. You lie down hoping for peaceful sleep, but instead, your body feels unsettled and your mind becomes aware of every small discomfort. Sometimes it's the bloating, sometimes the pressure in the lower abdomen, and sometimes it's those repeated trips to the bathroom that break your sleep again and again. It can feel frustrating, even exhausting, waking up in the morning without feeling fully rested. What many don't realize is that this discomfort often begins right after the last meal of the day. When you eat and then sit or lie down immediately, digestion slows, and that heaviness stays with you through the night. But when you take a few gentle steps after dinner, even slowly walking around your home, something begins to change. The stomach feels lighter, the pressure reduces, and your body starts preparing itself for rest instead of discomfort, allowing the night to feel calmer and more settled. Building a gentle routine does not require effort or perfection. It begins with small, mindful choices that slowly become part of your daily life. Many people feel overwhelmed when they think about improving their health, believing they must follow strict rules or make big changes overnight. But the body doesn't ask for that. It responds best to simple, consistent care. Think about your own day, the moments where you may ignore what your body is quietly telling you, choosing convenience over comfort. It's not about blame, it's about awareness. When you begin to add a small habit, like standing up and walking for a few minutes after each meal, you start to build a connection with your body again. At first, it may feel like a small effort, but over time, it becomes natural, almost automatic. You begin to notice subtle changes, less heaviness, fewer interruptions, a calmer feeling inside. There is something deeply reassuring in knowing that your body is responding, that it is working with you, not against you, and that even the smallest step can guide you toward a more comfortable and balanced way of living.